Yo. Aye. Hard breathing through kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Kuja, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, boa baby. It's a dazzle thing, karibu tu caliente. Give me this front fight, girl, I'm here to conquer, girl, In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the badness. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place. Ain't nobody bad. Enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place. Ain't nobody bad. Aubrey, I'm a bigger man. Careful, girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready, big man tea. My people crazy, you better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati, spola pole wesi mi roga mama sita mi ufanya madem mwenye wanabaki kujishika iwe dancehall ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabo tuko party tunaban hii weekend tukendi yo hashtag check it tunaban press it to the one cha madem wako hapa wanadai tu vijiti wanjiti kwa kiti waresh wako fiti weekend tunaban adiche wanja for the G chop on the panty
Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man.
possibly can. John Sanders here with Limitless. Thanks for watching. Hey, welcome to yet another day. We're here on Wednesday. It's Hump Day. All right. So get over the hump in style. All right. By tonight, we should have our schedules out. If you have the app, the GTE app, we will be doing that. Some people ask me, when are we going to do our own tournaments again? We will get back to that. All right. I sent out a message to a whole bunch of teams saying that we would start our tournaments up again late January. All right, I'm really looking to do it this spring, but I think that you have to hit up teams earlier than that, just to get them aware of it. And it takes months upon months. But we will get back to running our own tournaments. I just needed to build up in the meantime. And what we really need our own teams. We need a bunch of teams. What's up, Shay? And the reason that we need a bunch of teams is because all these organizations, they're not doing what you want them to do for you. Now, I think some of you guys they are for you, but most of you guys, it is not for you. And I think that these adults and these parents and these coaches, they don't have a clue what's in your mind. What they do is they listen to your words and they see your actions, okay? But, they don't know what's in your mind, and they don't know what's in your heart. And I believe I do. All right, hear me out on this, okay? I really believe this. I might be wrong, all right? What they think you want is to have fun at basketball. And what they think you want is to get something meaningful out of basketball, which are fantastic things. I think you can have fun at basketball going any avenue. And I think you can receive meaningful things out of basketball in any avenue. I don't think that you have to force those two things. So what I believe that your mind and what your heart want, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, is to go to the NBA. Just straight up, I want to go to the NBA. All right. And while it's dumb to think that, I guess it's also dumb to think that you can become a millionaire. All right. But I'm sure if you were like, I want to become a millionaire, your parents wouldn't be like, slow down, buddy. Slow down. How many millionaires do you know? They are aware of the fact that if you strive to become a millionaire, that you might make $100,000 a year. So there you go. It's good enough. What they don't like, for some strange reason, is for you to strive to make the NBA and end up lower and only make D2. Oh my God. No, dude, you just strive for the stars, and if you fall short, who cares? And the funny part is, if you fail in business, oh, you're screwed. You fail in basketball, who cares? So, if you can push yourself, even if you're not naturally inclined to become amazing at basketball, you're gonna enjoy it, all right? And you're gonna receive a lot of life lessons from it, whether I rig that or not. But what's not gonna help you out is someone rigging it against your development by not letting you play against better teams, by not teaching you everything that you need to be taught, and by not making it hard enough, basically. All right, so that's what we're going to offer, even though it's very, very, very strange to actually try our hardest at this sport. We are. That's what we do. And yes, it's not so as easily enjoyed as other things. I know if I gave you guys like freaking candy every single day, you would like that better. But no. we're going to try to strive to become our best and enjoy it along the way. And then that's going to fundamentally change who we are as human beings. Because we're going to be able to say, whoa, I actually don't mind hard work. When I wake up in the morning, I got to go to work as a CEO of whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm waking up with a smile on my face, as opposed to all my peers who wake up and go, oh, another morning. Because I know how to try my hardest for things that I have a passion about. And I'm only going to go into fields that I'm passionate about. So that's what we do. And if you don't like that, leave. Anyways, what up, Weston? Weston stops by for 30 seconds and then leaves every single time. Hi, Wes. Hi, Wes. Bye, Wes. Are you going to stick around, Wes? All right. Anyways, let's begin the show with our quote of the day. The quote of the day today is, creativity is like electricity. Meaning, do not touch it with a wet hand. No. Creativity is like electricity in that it's unpredictable. It flows through you, I suppose. If others are around it, they are affected as well. All right, and it's exciting. It's interesting. It's charismatic almost. All right, and basketball is one of the most creative sports that there is. Think about this. Think about the N1 commercials or the N1 like tours that they used to have, where you're like making the ball go over your head, and like think about the Harlem Globetrotters. Now think about something like that in any other sport. You can't. All right, the most creative sport out there, besides basketball, ice skating, figure skating. Figure skating. Anything else creative? Oh, I got one. The freaking dancing. All right, like freestyle breakdancing. That one might be more creative than basketball, I think. Maybe. Skateboarding's up there, but basketball, it's especially for a team sport. It's tremendously creative, and you should have some fun creating. I show you guys a few things, like we just went over a whole bunch of like ball handling things like 2 days ago, where we went over some basketball tricks. You should be coming up with your own tricks. Have some fun doing that. And as I said, I want you guys doing those tricks because it keeps you on the basketball court. And while you're there, you might as well shoot up about 100 shots or so. All right. So that's why we want to be creative. But also, when you're creative, you think outside the box and you're able to affect the game from a different angle. So you can basically like come up with interesting things like Magic Johnson, John Morant, Steph Curry did, and you can come up with things that haven't even been created yet. All right, and that's a very, very, very fun angle to come at this about, because as being a kid, you need to jog your mind so that it's constantly entertained, much more so than adults have to. So you just won't love a sport unless you totally get into it. And creativity is a great way to get into the sport at a deeper realm, so it doesn't ever bore you, basically. So shoot those trick shots, do those trick moves, absolutely practice them for hours and hours and hours. It may not be as like perfectly making you better than like just shooting a regular jump shot, but if you can shoot a regular jump shot for 20 minutes, but you're willing to just like screw around for 8 hours, I'll take the screwing around for 8 hours over the 20 minutes of solid basketball. Does that make sense? So use your creativity, have some fun with it, and know that the quote of the day is, creativity is like electricity. Here's our, as we've talked about every single Wednesday, this is our page on the history of hoops. You have to know about the history of hoops. I keep saying it. I keep wanting you to go to it. And the location for it is limitlesshoops.com, and then you click on challenges. Then one of our endeavors, the first endeavor on the list, is history of hoops. You got to know your history. If you don't know your history, you won't have a big passion for it. You got to know your history because you won't even know what the players that you're trying to keep up to are even doing. All right. So like with this particular one, this is the random one. This is the Rockets missed 27 threes, blowing a 15-point lead. This is actually what started, I believe, what started the legendary run that the Warriors had. And things like, they say that basketball and life are a game of inches. Right? Dude, this changed everything. Basically, the Warriors were down 15 points in game 6. And they were down 3 games to 2. The Rockets had them. The Rockets with was it with Chris Paul? I'm not sure, but they definitely had James Harden. All right, they were on their way to the championship game, and they would have probably won in the championships, but they just blew 27 straight threes. And there was a thing. They were like, you can't keep living and dying by the three-point shot. You can't keep living or dying by the three-point shot. I kept saying that. And I saw something really interesting lately. They're like, three-point shooters have gotten better, but the average has stayed exactly the same over the course of 20 years because people who shouldn't be shooting them are shooting them as well. So maybe this was a little bit like that, but they said if you only rely on three-pointers, you can only go so far, and the Rockets were the exception to that rule because the Rockets had used the three-point shot the entire year, and they would only shoot threes basically. And all of a sudden, one game, the game that mattered the most, they couldn't buy one. They kept shooting him though. They never stopped shooting him. And then they shot themselves in the foot, and then the Warriors went on to win. But yeah, it's a crazy thing that happened. So check out that video and a whole bunch more. You get to click on a random button to show you another video and just go all through it. So definitely check out the History of Hoops page, as we say every single week. But that's our random one for the week. What are we doing for today? We got itinerary. We got the homework section. Overhead board passes. Do this stuff. You can use a wall, all right? You can use a backboard, all right? But be strong enough to throw the ball on. I was making fun of Max and Shay during practice for throwing the ball like this. You have to learn how to throw this. And okay, I think one of the best stories about this is our girl Danielle DeFrancischi. I don't know if they're watching out there, probably not. But it was a girl way back in the day. She only played with us for like 3 months. Her mom was a photographer. All right, but yeah, she was not a basketball player. She's a soccer player, and she was a 6th grader, and she was struggling during one of her practices. So I decided to make her look really, really good. And I was like, hey, someone tried to do this over a backboard pass, and like everyone tried it, everyone sucked at it, even the high schoolers. So I was like, oh hey Danielle, come up here and you do it in front of everybody. And she goes up there and she just goes boom, boom, boom. And it was like the first thing that she did well all day long, but the ball came right back to her from the free throw line, like so hard. And I was like, how can she do this, you guys? And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, tell them how, Danielle. And she's like, I'm a soccer player. And her muscles aren't stronger than your muscles, guys. It's just that she's practiced this before. And when this is so important, the overhead board passes, it's so important because if you can't make that cross-court pass, they're allowed to play tremendous help side. They're allowed to overplay you on when you're on offense. They're allowed to double team anyone that they want because you can't pass the ball to the far away person. Okay, so it handicaps you. They're allowed to press you with like an extra guy because the guy far away doesn't matter anymore. That's why you feel like there's 3 people guarding that no one's open because the guy open is too far away. So this one drill that you can practice on that you don't. You practice your jump shot, you practice your dribbling, but you don't practice the overhead board pass. That is what disables you from being able to dribble during games, to be able to shoot during games because you can't throw this pass. If you could throw this pass, they wouldn't press you. Now all of a sudden you can shoot shots. So think about that. Practice this overhead board pass. I want to see that homework on that. All right. Other things we have are drive, left, right, pass, high, low, on ball defense, ball jump versus face cut, which is a very, very important thing on offense and defense. Kobe post move, double bounce series, all that stuff coming up here on Friday. All right. The stuff that we have today is one-on-one hurdles for losers. So we're going to play some one-on-one, y'all. All right. And if you happen to not score, you got to do 5 hurdles. If you happen to get scored upon, you have to do 15 hurdles. All right, I'll bring the hurdles. Got King's Drill, then we got Chair Duo, which is dribbling the ball between the legs behind the back, being able to make this dribble as fast as you possibly can. All right, I'll show you that in a second. Then we got Extended Monoginobili layups. That is controlling the ball for a very, very sneaky layup. All right, so some of you guys have to work on finishes. And speaking of finishes, we have athletic finish coming up here as well. And then the last one is ladder to sidestep series. And let's take a look at these things. try that one again. Those are the things that we're doing today. Understand all that stuff so we can get through things a lot faster, please. All right. What we have going on for the week, however, whatever. Not for the week, not for the strong, but I mean, you know what I mean. All right. Here's what we got going on. Those are the things that we're doing throughout. Oh man, we were supposed to start our morning boot camps in January. I don't think that we're ready for that. So I'm not going to start those until March. All right. So we won't be adding anything new for January. The numbers aren't quite there. I don't think that we're going to have people there. It'll be a waste of money for the morning. But we'll try to get it back going in March. I'll ask. But I do want to get those started eventually. Definitely want to get the travel tournaments going on, but we're still working on Taiwan. So all this stuff is contingent upon whether we are growing or not. We are looking to get a whole bunch of new people in our program, but that's where that is, including bringing on the skill clinics, the pick and roll workshops, team strategy, ability, and agility Kanban. If you guys are coming to all of our things, I will know that you guys need more stuff. So please keep coming to all this stuff, and I will keep adding stuff. As opposed to all of our events, again, we have our weekend stuff going on, but we won't know the schedules until tonight. All right, but we do have workouts in both areas on this Wednesday. We have room flow on Thursday, Friday in both areas as well, and then we continue next week. Then we also have our big event on the 14th. Don't forget that. And next up, we got some JJ stuff going on here. This is what JJ Griffin has to say about patience.
Just with life, everything in life takes time. Your first steps as a baby, your first words, they take time. You don't just come out the womb talking and fully function. Like, be patient with yourself. Just as you like for teachers and parents to be patient with your efforts, don't forget to be patient with yourself. Enjoy your journey. You have to grow. Even to grow as an adult, it takes time. We know you want to know it now instead of later, but many things will take you dozens of hours to truly learn. When you get discouraged quickly, that's just being mean to yourself. Be kind to yourself by understanding it'll take some time.
So yeah, dude, you gotta be patient. All right, you can't go out there and just expect everything to come to you. And I say this because it's kind of cocky of you. It's holding you back. All right, I'm here trying to teach you something, and you think that I'm trying to embarrass you. All right, I'll be like, hey, you can't do this, and you'll be like, stop bringing it up. Or you'll say to yourself, oh, I'm so stupid, I can't do this. It's like, dude, you want your teachers and coaches to be patient with you. You want your parents to be patient with you, but you're not patient with yourself. Now, you can be patient with yourself and still be like on fire and wanting to do it today. Absolutely. But you can't destroy yourself. All right? You can't get so mad at yourself that you stop trying. I want you to be patient with yourself and also mad at yourself, but it ends up being, okay, I'm impatient with this. I want to know this now. Therefore, I'll work on it for 17 straight hours. All right? You're not going to be like, oh my God, I tried for 5 minutes. Now I give up. This is stupid. All right? That's being a bad form of impatience. All right? So yes, you don't have to just go, oh, don't know it now. I'll learn it eventually and then never work on it at all. Okay, that's a little too patient. All right, right in between there in that nice little sweet spot. Be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. And again, I say that you're cocky if you're not this, because what? You think that there's 1,000 things out there to learn and that you already know them all? Right? Is that what you're saying? You're saying that you, whoever you are, you know everything there is to know about basketball and that nothing's going to stump you? No, of course not. So when you start thinking that way, that you should know this now, you're cocky. All right, so don't be so conceited, okay, please. All right, be patient with yourself. Our trivia question today is same as last week. Why is Chris Paul named CP3? Do not just make a guess, because you will guess wrong. Why is Chris Paul called CP3? Please look it up, because you only get one guess. You only get one guess per week. All right, on this particular question. All right, why is Chris Paul nicknamed CP3? Someone said last week because of his jersey number. No, I'm asking why is his jersey number 3 as well? Why is his nickname CP3 and why is his jersey number CP3? Or 3, sorry. Yes, so like why is that? That's the question. The person that answered it last week actually answered it again and answered it correctly. But since that was the second time, I didn't count it. I acted like I didn't see it, and they erased it. So if someone out there knows the answer, it's a possible answer. Give it to the end of the show to answer. So that's 9 more minutes. Good luck. You win $50 if you happen to win the most trivia questions for the month. Good luck to everybody out there. Next thing that we got is an ad. Water break.
Something know about Mendoza, sewer, and water. That's better.
Passion drives us every day. Understand your passion and understand what you want in your life. Because the moment you start doing what you love the most is the moment you'll start celebrating the process.
All right, we got some pretty good answers, and those are almost there. So, yeah, I can't count either one of those. Yes, because his initials. Those are his initials. All right, and because of his initials and jersey number, and the number honors his father. Like the number honors, in a way, kind of, but not really. Not exactly. I mean, it honors his father. It's something to do with his father, but it doesn't honor him. It does not. No. So that's not quite it. All right, but you're close. You're close. So if no one answers, we'll ask it again next week. You only get one guess. Please don't guess again, but look it up. It's actually a whole story about it. All right, it's like a paragraph long story. And I can't tell you the website that I got it from, but it's a very popular website. Okay, extremely popular. But what that story of the day was saying was passion drives us every day. Understand your passion, understand what you want in life. Because the moment you start doing what you love the most is the moment you'll start celebrating the process. I'm looking to hire some extra people to do a whole bunch of things in our program, but I'm going to ask them, what do you want to do in life? Since we have so many different things that we need, I need a marketing person. I also need a person to take pictures. I need a person to do attendance. I need a person to do every little bitty thing. And I'm sure in our little society that I have room for whatever you happen to love. Because if I can get you to do things that you'll love, you'll basically do them for free, but you'll also do them extra overtime. And if you can do the things that you love, that you happen to love, you're willing to work harder, work for less, and you're willing to withstand more troubles, basically. So why can't you guys do that for basketball if that's what you truly love? Because it's not what you truly love. Maybe All right, if you really, really loved it, you'd be willing to do the bad, the hard things, and to swallow your pride and do these things versus that things. So make your life what you need to make it, what you want to make it, and you will never be disappointed. Okay? So definitely understand that passion drives you every day, and find something that you are passionate about, and you'll start celebrating the process. It means that like every single day, like what Mike Tyson said before the fight. They're like, "What do you think about the fight?" He goes, "Who cares?" He goes, "This is the party. The fight's the party. The hard work was before. I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating now." So that's what that's where you should be at. All right, the games this weekend is just a celebration of the process. Whatever happens out there, whether we lose by 70 or lose by 30 to a team that beat us by 70 before, it's part of the process. We're just finding out where we are. We're just pressing the button and say, how much more work do I have to go? How much more work did I do? Great. As long as you don't go backwards, you should celebrate it, period. Let's check our homework, because that's a celebration time too. All right. This right here is us celebrating your homework skills. Shay said that he was posting his homework. Let's see who else is doing some homework. Lana's Moves, Weston, I like it. Blake Bastani over there on the East Coast. Caden, I see you. Mendoza, keep doing that homework, you guys. Again, not just to avoid the runs, but to actually improve who you are. And the more homework that you can do, the better. The goal for the homework is to post 5 minutes per drill that we will be doing the following day or 2 days from now. That's the main goal, is to prepare for the actual thing. If you want to add extra homework, like the homework of the month, that would be great as well. Whatever you want to add to that, you can add some weightlifting, add some other things. You should be posting something, so if a college coach saw what you posted, they would be like, I want that hard worker at my program. Okay? Because again, we as coaches, especially coaches that recruit people, you can recruit based off talent and what you see during the games, but you don't know. You don't know if Zion and Ben Simmons are going to be trash when they get into the NBA. You don't know who the hard workers are just by watching games. You can't tell anything from games. So coaches would die to know that you are a relatively hard worker. All right? Yes, they'll watch your game. They'll make sure that you're like on par, that you can hit like a layup. But then they'll be like, wait. You do all this work and I see it cataloged on a website for the last 6 years? Yeah, and so don't wait until you're a junior to start doing it. No, now. If they see that you've been doing this for 6, they won't even look at the video, guys. They'll look at like one random one, of course, and they'll be like, wait, what? Because they know that their skills as a coach are good. And they say, if I have a hard worker, man, sky's the limit, dude. They care about hard workers. It's every coach's dream to have hard workers. So show them that you are by posting all this stuff. And show them that you are by showing up more than everyone else as well. Because here's our almost at the end of the year attendance. All right, the top 15 will get something, top 10 will get something else, top 5 will get something else, all at our award ceremony. So make sure you guys show up. Austin Maxson barely hanging on by a thread. Ronith is right above him. Von Suave is right above him. Donovan's above him. We got Declan, Weston, and Kiernan and Lincoln rounding out that one. Then the above 100 people, we got Trenton and Noah. Then our tippity top people, we got Josh and Romello, and then Mason. Then our top 2, we got Teo and Joey. So that's how we're going to order things. I'm going to talk about every single one of these players if they show up. Hopefully you guys do show up, because you guys have been showing up. I respect you. I'm honored to have you in our program. You guys are the people that make the wheels turn. Sure, some people might be giving us money, but they're not showing up. I don't care. I care about you guys, the hardest workers, and I do all this for you guys, period. All right? And yeah, we got some, we have some Hall of Fame people that you're trying to catch, so make sure you guys see these people and absolutely try to reach these numbers, because those numbers are ridiculous. Those are people in our program's history. Some birthdays coming up: Jeremy Buyakai and Javon Shabazz. Those are some heck of last names right there. Very sound effect worthy names. With some birthdays. And then everyone else is right below that. If it's red, they're signing up for the entire year. If it's green, they're signing up for, I think, a month at a time. Blue, signing for 3 months at a time. And that's what all that stuff means. So I don't believe anyone else has answered the trivia question, so I'll ask it again next week. I will ask it again till the day I die. You know what I'm saying? All right, don't forget that today's quote of the day is: creativity is like zzz, electricity. All right, that's my time. I'll see y'all later, man. Reese's Pieces, y'all.